everyone, this is Danielle, or nitrousstar, and I wanted to bring to you today a video that I really wish I could have seen when I first started hoop dancing. Now, bear in mind, I'm a little bit nervous. I've never filmed a video of me talking and not dancing, so please bear with me. Reason I'm doing this, I've had a bunch of questions from various different people asking for explanations on how to get started with hoop dance, and I just want to help. It's easier than typing it all up and trying to explain it. If I can just show you from my hoops and my experiences, it might make a little bit more sense. If you have any other questions, please feel free to comment or send me a message via my Facebook page. I'll include a link below, and I'll definitely be glad to help you as much as I can. If I don't have an answer, I can get you through to somebody or a link that does. So, my first experience with hula hoops, I didn't know what to get. So to start off, I went to Walmart. Got a $7 hula hoop, had water in it, and I would show you, but it no longer exists. Now, my recommendation, if you're just beginning, go for it. You don't need to spend a lot of money, because trust me, a collection of hoops like this, and I've got more elsewhere, it adds up. Now, a water hoop, some people swear by them. I've kind of learned I'd rather not, and if I were to do that again, I'd get a more expensive one. Reason being, when you're hoop dancing, just around your waist, just regular waist hooping, you want the hoop to try and stay about as level as you can get it. Well, I found with the water hoop, for me, average was 3. It would spin 3 times, and on that 4th spin, the water would shift. The hoop would go from level to all wonky, and it would fall to the ground. So personally, not my preference. Another reason why the cheaper hoops don't always work is if you end up, for example, my experience, I ended up knee hooping, no clue how I did it, and I couldn't get the hoop back up. And it goes really fast. Especially when you don't know what you're doing. You just keep doing it and it spins and it spins and it spins. And at that point, my water hoop snapped. Water went everywhere, and that was the end of that hoop. Shortly thereafter, I found a website called Fire Groove. They're a company located, I believe it's in California, I may be mistaken, and they do professional fire hooping. They've got classes. If you're in their area, definitely check them out. And I believe it's called an energy hoop, and here I'll show you. This here is a weighted hoop. Kind of heavy compared to some, and I chose this one. Price was good, and I like the colors. The green here is UV reactive, which is always kind of fun. And they describe how to pick your hoop height. The proper size for you is to have you stand this way with the hoop up against your body, and you're looking for it to be around your belly button. My belly button's right here, so this hoop works for me. The bigger the hoop, as well as the heavier the hoop, the easier it is to keep up. So for example, this hoop is really heavy, and if I go to waist hoop, I'm not going to move. I'm just going to swing my hoop, and you'll see that it'll just keep going by use of momentum on its own. See, it keeps going, and then it starts to fall. So this is a really good beginner's hoop. It shipped really quickly, and I was really impressed. It's really good quality. I've really beat this thing up, and it's super good to practice everything with, other than I find hand movements are kind of tough if you don't know what you're doing, because it's heavy. It really bruises your hand. That's not my favorite for practicing those kind of tricks. Just anything waist hooping or bringing it up is easy, because it kind of slows it down as well. My second hoop that I found really good as a beginner hoop, this is from a Vancouver company, local. It's called Pixie Hoops. They also offer classes, so if you're in their area, I think it's like once a month is average, and sometimes they go on Vancouver Island. They're really good as well. This here was my first hoop from them. Custom made, you can pick colors, they've got lots on their website as well. And this one's kind of cool because it collapses. So I can eventually fold it down into the 4 pieces, and I can throw it over my back. It's awesome. As you can see, my belly button's down here. It's a little bit big for me, but that also helps with your momentum. This hoop is a bit lighter than my fire groove hoop, and you would think it would be a lot different. It's not. Because it's bigger, it'll keep going anyway. Just don't want to hit the wall back there. See, it keeps going. This hoop is also really good to practice with any hand movements, any isolations, because it doesn't hurt as much because it's not quite as heavy. And plus it's pretty and it's shiny, and what hoop dancer doesn't like glittery, shiny hoop tape? A little explanation on something you'll hear a little bit, you don't hear about it as often, is a skinny hoop. Now this one, compared to your normal hoop, is definitely narrower. This one's, I think, 3/4 inch. This is, I think, half, approximately. And it's also a lot smaller. The thing is, the smaller the hoop you get, the faster it will spin. So this one, I'm actually going to work to keep this one up because it goes so fast. I'm not trying very hard. Like, this is just how fast it goes. You saw how slow the other ones were. Trying to do any other movements with them, like vortexes, is a lot faster. And they're good to practice with any hand movements, like your isolations, anything else, like if you want to weave. It's good in small areas, I have to say that. Because, you know, this time of year, it's snowing, it's raining, it's just nasty out, so you're stuck inside. So this is kind of fun to do as well. And it's really good to practice foot hooping when you feel comfortable. And trust me, it's a whole new ballgame when you start hooping with your feet. So these ones are fun. It's not something you hear a lot about, but if you do hear it, that's basically what it is. It's just a smaller, skinnier hoop, and it spins faster. A lot of fun when you get talented with it. And here's a fun one that you'll hear of quite a bit. This is called a Poly Pro. Now mine I got from Super Hooper online, and I got 4 colors. They're UV reactive. Nice thing with this one, if I can find it. Of course, this one's not going to do it. These ones come apart, so they are collapsible, which is great for wanting to travel. I like taking these ones to the beach and everything, because you can make it, let's see if I can do this. You can make it smaller, you can kind of throw it over your shoulder, attach it to a backpack. Normally it goes in further, but for all intents and purposes, it gets pretty nice and handy. Just walk around, and then when you're ready and you're at the beach and you want to do your thing, or wherever you're going. Watch me not be able to get it open now. Okay, I'll give up on that one. I've got another one here. And then, ta-da! You have your hoop. They uncoil really nicely. I had one that I forgot. It got packed away and it was coiled for about 3 months. I uncoiled it and it was good as new. And the thing with Poly Pros, they're really light. They are like really light. And in the beginning, I found it very hard because I was used to my heavier hoops. So I didn't really like using them. They grow on you because you can do moves and you're not going to get bruised, like on your hands. You're not going to, if you accidentally whip yourself, it's not going to hurt as much. And trust me, it happens. And I don't know, picking up a different hoop can sometimes make a world of difference when you're trying to learn a move. When I was trying to figure out isolations, I couldn't do it. I tried everything. I tried the holding my hand here and just like kind of guiding the hoop, and I couldn't figure it out. The day I got my Poly Pros though, which I got especially, they have them sometimes. If you send to a newsletter, they send out, they get 4 at a time, and it's a lot cheaper. And I picked up my Poly Pro, just messing around. I'm like, oh, it's not that hard. And then, once you figure it out with that one, you can kind of go back to your regular heavier hoop, and you can then transfer that skill to a heavier one. As you get better, you get stronger, you can try new things. And big thing for ordering hoops online is, as I learned the hard way, when you order, they'll say, oh, 36 inches, 38 inches, 26 inches. You need to be aware of one thing, and if you don't know, ask the company. It's not a straightforward thing, but when they're measuring size, some of the companies measure on the inside diameter. So the inside of this part of the hoop to the bottom. Other companies measure from the outside to the outside. And then other companies, which I'm finding is seeming to catch on, seems to be a bit more accurate, they are measuring around the outside of the hoop, all the way around, however many inches that is. So just something to keep an eye out for, because I thought this one was going to be 38 inches, I think, and it's approximately 40. So for doing some moves, like when you're wanting to, oh, I'm not going to do this one. I'll probably hit the camera. For example, when you're wanting to take like this kind of move where you go out in front of you like this, you don't want to hit yourself in the shins. So having a big hoop, you're going to have to lean out even further to bring it around. And that gets to be really painful to reach out so far. The smaller the hoop, you're going to have to lean out. And also there are some companies, you can usually find them locally, they'll make, like I do, a basic beginner's hoop. Now mine, I just got some tubing from local Canadian Tire, and I got some instructions online, and I got some vinyl tape, electrician's tape. You can buy hoop tape, you can make it completely, customize it however you want, whatever colors. And this is kind of a nice, it's balanced, and it works. You don't need to spend a lot of money. You can if you want to. See? This one works just as fine as all my other ones. Only difference is, and this might be a little bit of some help to some people, is types of tape. Using the vinyl or electrician's tape like I have on here, see how it's all shiny? There's no grip. And grip in the beginning is your best friend. That's how come you'll see in the summertime, other than it's hot out, you'll see a lot of hoop dancers wearing a little bit less clothing. It's because if there's more skin, the hoop is going to stay up better because it's got something to grip to. When it's on your clothing, your shirt moves and you move, and it's just, in the beginning, it's hard. And it seems like everything's working against you. So on this one, you see there's a couple of different styles of tape. So this here is a glitter tape. It's shiny, so there's no grip to it. This black one, as well as this green one, they're called grip tape or gaffer tape, and that's what causes it to be a little bit sticky. And it's not like you're going to touch it. It's actually just like a little bit of a tacky feeling, depending on the brand, and that's what's going to help keep it up. You can also get like hockey type tape, like for the for my collapsible, and just kind of hides the connectors, so it's like this, and you snap back together really nicely. Really good for traveling. And I think, honestly, that's probably all the beginner's info that I can think of. If you are wanting to take classes and you don't really know where to start, you can definitely check, best website I would say is Hoop City. Definitely check it out. There's all sorts of online classes, so you can watch tutorials and videos. There are a bunch on YouTube as well. Check out Hoop Nautica. There's tons of companies. And there's lots of links if you're wanting to get kind of crazy and get like an LED hoop, because trust me, they're a lot of fun. My experience is with nude hoops, and I'm obsessed. I will definitely be getting more, and they're really good. They are very well balanced, so they're going to stay level, and you can get them whatever size you want, as well as they ship quickly. It comes in like a little pizza box type thing. It's kind of cool, and the colors are amazing. There are lots of companies out there. Just look around, do research, and ask questions. You never know what they're going to do. For example, this one, this is a neon. And when you go like this, see how it makes dots and ribbons? Sorry, I think that looks really cool. It makes a cool effect. If you check out on my Facebook page, I've got pictures so you can see some extended exposure shots, and you'll see what the like trails look like with the dots. The other one that I have that I started off with, they start off pretty inexpensive for a hula hoop. This one here is my Blaze. And these pink ones actually are 3 colors when you move it. And the other ones change colors but stay solid. That's basically all my hoops. So like I said, some of them I made. I spent a lot of money on getting hoops. Take classes, ask questions, and just try and have fun. It's not always going to be easy, but trust me, it'll be worth it.